What's going on, my trainer club? What happened to our Pokemon Go Plus? What happened to our auto catchers? Where are they and why are they not connecting to Pokemon Go? Well, today we're gonna break that down so you know what time it is. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about getting your auto catcher in Pokemon Go to reconnect? If you do not know what I'm talking about or you don't, we will address that in a minute. But up front, we're gonna address the issue and what is going on. So actually, there was something that went on with Zorua in Pokemon Go. Guess what? Another bug, but fortunately, they are not taking the Zorua out. Do you guys like seeing your buddy Pokemon spawn in the wild, including any shiny, anything that's going on is gonna be spawning in the wild? Do you guys enjoy that? Let me know in the comments below. How are you liking Zorua? So with that said, what actually happened here, and I will read this tweet from Niantic support with no clear way of knowing when this is coming back because they did not address it. So what this tweet said is going to be, trainers, we are temporarily disabling Bluetooth devices like the Pokeball Plus and the Pokemon Go Plus as we investigate an issue with Zorua. We will provide an update when this functionality has been restored. Please note that any Zorua impersonating your buddy that did not transform after being caught will be reverted to Zorua in the future. Thanks for your understanding. The following Pokemon are temporarily unavailable in Great League: Giratina, Yveltal, Dialga, Palkia, Landorus, Kyogre, Groudon, Darkrai, and Xerneas. Hashtag Go Battle. So if we look at this tweet up front, we can see that these Pokemon were having an issue. I think that the issue was when you caught a Zorua Pokemon, when it was impersonating your buddy in the wild, you were catching actually not Zorua if it was specific ones, if your Go Plus was catching these Pokemon. Meaning, let's say that you had a Giratina, because it's banned in the Great League, right? And Giratina will not go under 19, well, like 18, 30 or 27, whatever the 10-10-10 is. You can't get below that. Even if you trade it, it can't get all the way down into Great League stats. But if you do catch it in the Zorua, if you guys haven't noticed and you have a really strong Pokemon, most of the times they're not really too much higher than a CP of like 600 to 800, right? So what actually happened here is if you were using a Go Plus, a Pokeball Plus, or other auto catching devices, these things would catch that Pokemon, and with it being caught through the Go Plus, it actually would not transform into the Zorua. It would stay as that form. So that's why these Pokemon in specific, it seems like what the bug was with some of these Pokemon for the Great League, because you could catch them at a really low CP. They're going to have very favorable PvP IVs, which is not intended for Pokemon Go, right? Like these Pokemon are locked at their IVs and CPs for a reason. Not really so much the IVs because you can't trade them, but when you catch them, you can't really get an IV to drop so much that like a 18 to 1900 Pokemon such as Giratina could drop all the way down to 1500. That's too steep of a drop. It cannot actually enter the Great League, but with this it can. So obviously that's why they're banned in the leagues as of right now. But more importantly, there was another thing going on which actually said people were getting mythical Pokemon in this manner as well. So let's say you had a Meloetta and you were to catch the Meloetta on the map with your Pokemon Go Plus, it would stay as Meloetta, Zarude, and other mythical Pokemon. But honestly, most of us only have one, maybe two if you attended a specific event and you got lucky, of each of these Pokemon, or maybe the shiny, so you might have 3 at the max, but you do not have more beyond that. But just imagine if you're using the Pokemon Go Plus and you're catching these Zoruas, guys, you're gonna have potentially as many as you can catch with this specific buddy type Pokemon. But also they did say in that tweet that if you had caught that Pokemon, it will, confirmed, go back to being Zorua. So although you do have it in your bag, they are going to revert all of those changes and they will not be with us anymore. So I just want to point that out for you guys. And if you guys don't know, like, I think that this is a good time for me to reflect on a lot of things in Pokemon Go, because the auto catcher is probably one of the most underappreciated resources that we do have in this game. Think about it. When you can raid, when you can actually not be looking at your phone, when you want to walk around and talk to your friends, but you still want to be playing Pokemon Go. Guys, the auto catcher does do that. I did do a video a while ago where I did overview a lot of the auto catchers and which is my favorite and which one works best. You guys can check that out up here. But the auto catcher is such an integral part of the game, and I have missed it so incredibly much these last few days, and there is no definite or even communication about when this bug may be fixed, because this was kind of happening on Friday and over the weekend. So I think what could happen is that this bug could be fixed maybe even by the time or a little bit shortly after this video gets dropped, or it could be worked on over the next couple days. And I would say that like Wednesday would be a very big push. But if you have been seeing the spinning icon, maybe you're saying, oh, my device isn't connected, you start doing the troubleshooting and it's not working. If you're not on Twitter and you don't follow them here, you guys probably would not know. So I figured I would put this video out there for anybody that's not on Twitter, anybody that may be having some questions about it. But officially, what the statement is that the Pokemon Go Plus, any type of auto catcher beyond that did catch those specific Pokemon and mythical Pokemon, was actually staying as those Pokemon in your bag. And obviously we can't have that. But if you guys do not have one, I'm telling you, take some time, earn a little bit extra money if it's a little stretch for you. Get one because it is an absolute game changer. I remember the first time I gave one to use to one of my friends back in Atlanta before I actually was even YouTubing. Ron, I gave him the Pokemon Go Plus and he was using it for the day and he's like, oh my God, I have to have this. Because if you don't have a Pokemon Go Plus or a gacha or whatever else is out there, it's not quite the same. The game, once you use this device, your game is never the same again. It is absolutely never the same because this thing can catch as you raid, it can spin stops as you raid, it can spin stops and catch as you go and not play actually with the game. Is all you have to do is go back into the game every once in a while and just make sure that it's connected because it does disconnect from time to time. So that's the biggest thing for me. And for me personally, you know, I was out of town this weekend, so I really missed it. You know, I was in Las Vegas and I couldn't always be on my phone, even though I wanted to play Pokemon. You know, there's some great Pokemon out here, and unfortunately it's happening during the Halloween event, and I couldn't let my auto catcher spin because I can pretty much, like, I feel it in my heart that I could almost guarantee that if I had this device running the entire time, I would have gotten a shiny for sure. Because sometimes you just check your bag and you have new shinies, you have 100% IV Pokemon, you have all of the likes in Pokemon Go, and that is the beauty of the auto catcher. So if you do not have one, and this is the first time you're hearing about one, guys, go get yourself an auto catcher. But more than likely, most of you guys have seen this, you guys have seen my videos, and you guys hear my recommendations as far as what is the best way to improve your Pokemon Go gameplay, and this is going to be one of my top picks. So with that said, I appreciate you guys being here. As always, make sure to share this video with anybody out here that does not know what's going on and why their gacha or Pokemon Go Plus or whatever is out there is not connecting. So thank you guys. Hopefully this will be fixed soon and we can continue on with playing with our auto catchers in Pokemon Go. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to next level. See you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.